Today we're making 3 dishes excerpted from my brand new cookbook, my baby. Everybody can see how beautiful it looks, and also it's just all natural foods, whole foods, and it's so simple, so streamlined. And in fact, what I wanted to do is make 3 dishes that are very simple, some kind of a rebellious attitude toward all the craziness of Passover. We like to, quirky Jews are described, this holiday is described as the holiday of liberation. I can't imagine that, like it's all cleaning, cooking, everybody goes crazy. But there are some things that you can do very, very simply. The dishes I chose are dishes that give you a real break. I make all those complicated dishes, but I also make some things that give you a break, that are extremely simple. One of them is a Sephardi chicken with Swiss chard, and in fact I have an enormous chapter in my cookbook about, it's called 1, 2, 3 chicken with all fish adaptation, meat adaptation. Just 2 ingredients plus turmeric, and it's amazing. You'll see at the end how fantastic it comes out, doing ideally low maintenance, and I'll talk about how we make it in a minute. Then I'm making a fish in a pomegranate and sour sauce. It's sweet and sour kind of a sauce. Sephardis are very big on this. And then those desserts that come out of the woodwork on Passover, they're pretty miserable unless you make them yourself. I hate to say this, but it's my sincere feeling. So we have something that I make it in a minute, 2 minutes. It's chocolate dipped fruit. Sounds almost corny, but you wouldn't believe when you're sitting at a table and your guests are there. You can make it even while they watch. What a bonus this is. The very first thing I want to put on, of course, always respecting the cooking times. We start with what takes the longest, and then we move on to what takes less time. Do not be alarmed by the size of my pot. I just must have this large pot, because a very wide pot allows you to have full control of what's going on. It's a shallow layer, everything cooks undisturbed, uncrowded, leisurely. So I would say for a dozen chicken thighs, I put like 3 cups of water, turmeric, good 2 tablespoons. Turmeric is a powerful antioxidant. When in doubt, just throw it in. The worst thing that can happen is a slight bulk in your sauce and a pleasing yellow color and a fabulous, clean antioxidant nutritional bonus. So I have lots and lots of Swiss chard here. Look how beautiful. They can be green or red. They're in the beet family. This is red. This is how they look when they are green, so they look wonderful. There's nothing I don't do with Swiss chard. I do soup, I do salads, I do smoothies, absolutely everything. So take what you can handle. Here, I'm going to clear this. Take what you can handle, a bunch that you can handle. It's okay to make it all, to bruise them, because they're going to cook anyway. Here's the thing that makes what I think makes our cooking so fabulous, besides being low maintenance and very often costing very little, is that there's no such thing as a side dish. There's no side. To me, side dish immediately conjures up images of stepchild or something. It's something that was not wanted. We just barely, it's here on sufferance, kind of. This cooks with the chicken. This gives its best to the chicken gives its best to it. It's like a nice love affair. And they both together, cooking together, they just emerge best of friends. You will see the result. Don't discard anything. Stems are in, everything is in, all aboard. Now it looks like a mountain, but you will see how reduced it will be, and it's that little handful that gives such a fabulous flavor. Also, you should know that Swiss chard is a real nutritional powerhouse. Never hesitate. All of us people who are looking what to eat when that's not too fattening, that's not zero calorie, zero calorie. And all this chew bunch and what, zero, maybe 50 calories. Nothing is nothing, right? So I would say go for it. I urge you. Look, good knife, please. I have here this katana knife. I love the straight, sharp edge of it. Look. Here, let me get rid of some, and you'll see. Beyond this, I do nothing more than putting my chicken in. And let me say a word about the chicken while I cut this. You will see that I don't add any oil or any fat to my chicken dishes all throughout the book. This is no exception. Because A, no oil and no salt. A, I have the skin that I do not want to discard. The skin will be responsible for good flavor, good moisture. Leave it there. And at eating time, you can just take it out. It will also be so much more presentable to leave it. So that's one. B, no salt because I use kosher chicken. Those of you not using kosher chicken are free to add salt to taste, but have a heart and put little. I should also tell you that all these green leaves are salty. They're naturally salty, so you might need very little. Here I'm putting absolutely nothing because I am using kosher chicken. Look, nice and clean. Take out all the fat that is under the piece, any visible fat. Here's more, very little. Here, this is it, all aboard. And I want to show you why I urge you to buy a big pot. Big meaning broad. Not the long and skinny, but the broad and flat. Look, I'm gonna wash these hands big time because we are working with chicken. Okay. You see what I mean? That it's not crowded, it's all, you see that? All the way at the end, in about 1 hour, it will be all reduced. I will check the liquid in the pot. And optional but delicious, I will squeeze the juice of 1 or 2 lemons in it. Okay? We have our chicken, our Swiss chard, and the liquid to cook it in. Bring it to a boil. And as soon as it comes to a boil, you just reduce it to medium. Cook it for 1 hour, forget about it. Next thing I'm doing is the salmon with pomegranate sweet and sour sauce. The first thing I always want you to do is get rid of this flat, that's the outermost side of the salmon. It contributes absolutely nothing. You know who uses it to good advantage, great advantage, is sushi places. But their conditioning, we just don't have in a home, right? No pity, throw this out. The next thing I want to do, and I want to show you the beauty of having the food processor. To show it in full, I have not even cut this onion. I have a slicer, very thin slicer, in the food processor, and look at this. Isn't this amazing? There is no way in the world that you're going to do better by yourself. Look. So here, what do we have now in this sauce? We have this, we have a little tomato paste, a little oil, a little turmeric, always turmeric, a little vinegar. Cider vinegar, you have some good brands that are kosher for Passover, go for them. Pomegranate, you have kosher brands. 1 cup of pomegranate juice for a whole side. This is a little bit less than a side, so we'll put a little less. 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar in your recipe for a whole side. Turmeric. Saffron. Let's say a word about saffron. Saffron are the stamen of crocus flowers, and it gives them a very infamous reputation for being very expensive. But the good news is if you buy a big box, as I do here, then it gets much, much, much cheaper. It's those tiny little vials that kill. This is okay. Here. What else? Olive oil. Would you agree with me that this is 1, 2, 3, right? Olive oil, 1, 2, 3 tablespoons. That's enough for my piece. Salt and pepper. Sea salt, please. Only sea salt. The others have no nutritional value whatsoever. Whatsoever. Nothing. Pepper. And a little tomato paste just to give some texture, some real good texture to the finished sauce. All aboard. I'm gonna mix this. Mix it. Don't be afraid of using your hands. They are washable and you'll go so much faster. Here. So you have all your sauce ingredients right here. You put your salmon right on top and you roast it at high temperature for a brief time. 425 for 18-20 minutes. That's the whole thing. And it's ready. And the beautiful thing is you can eat it hot or cold. My oven is preheated. Here. 20 minutes. We're gonna time it for 20 minutes. This thing is ridiculously simple. Desserts. I am going to melt about a cup. I have a little more here because I'll show you how to save what you did not use. I would say a cup of very good chocolate chips, semi-sweet. For each cup, 1 tablespoon oil, and it gives it that shine. And while I put it on the oven, we're going to put this chocolate and oil to melt on a very, very, very low flame. Now, if it's not a holiday, you can simply microwave this for 2 minutes. But since it might be, and this year it falls out on Shabbos, so it's wonderful to have it. Put it away, and then you'll have your guests dipping the fruit as they go. So very low, keep it under control. Okay. Now, the chocolate chips, it is of the utmost importance. Chocolate chips and everything else that is chocolate to be excellent quality. Now, we are lucky to have fantastic quality chocolate on Passover. Very good. Not the low chocolate, high sugar, but the really good ones. But in general, what inspires me to make something so corny here almost, first of all, everybody loves chocolate and chocolate dipped fruit, is I recoil from the mentality, from the mindset of let's make it fit. Since we have a pound cake on why should we be deprived? You're not deprived. Rather, if you would only approach it from the other side, you are enjoying something that is very seasonal. Passover food. Don't go to, for instance, making lasagna for Passover pizza. No, I don't understand it at all. As if during the year we don't stay 1 week without pizza? Of course we do. Of course we do. And why not? And everything, all those things that torment us all year, they're going to be there when we get back, right? The pizza, the pasta, everything is going to be there. So let's have the other stuff, the Passover stuff, the stuff that fits without even trying. That is what we want. So a few seconds later, literally seconds, this chocolate sauce is ready. It's wonderful. It's unctuous the way we want it. It's not even that hot because it does not need very high heat to cook, very low. So what might we have here? So what you can do is that even at the Pesach table, take out this in a beautiful bowl and let everybody dip their own, or just do it and you can give them these frills. They're so cute, look. And everybody will do their thing. Look, let's get rid of this spatula. So we have, you see that? And we have a platter to put it all in. It's as simple as that. And this will beat a lot of those 7-layer cakes you'll find in the market. So this is a strawberry. This is orange, the nice orange, navel, pitless, seedless here. What else can we put in? You can continue with this thing. Pineapple will be good. See how many possibilities? And in seconds. Here I'm gonna make it look all nice. What else do I want to put? This. Banana is very good with this. But banana, don't make it in advance. Serve it immediately. In other words, you can do all this even before you serve, and it will all be good because the chocolate will have solidified and everything. But the bananas must be eaten now because it gets a little funky. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for the record, the banana will make you 6 pieces. Look. Now, my bet is everybody will enjoy this infinitely more. Oh, I lost it, so I have a good problem. A lot of chocolate, but let's just do it in a way that will show the tip of the banana. Yeah. Use a very narrow bottom here because you want the chocolate layer to be deep. And we go on here. This is a real treat. By the way, if you're just going somewhere, even for Passover, and you want to bring a gift to someone, take something, a tray, disposable, unless the tray is part of the gift, and just make a tray of this. Oh my gosh, they're going to be happy. They will be happy. It is so good that you are tempted to think, wow, it must have been so time-consuming, but you see that it's nothing with nothing, then you're more encouraged to do it. You don't need to do it in advance, you don't need to do anything. Do it right there. Here. What else are we going to cut? Some strawberry next. Dip, dip, dip. Here. Strawberry. Look how beautiful. Take nice ones, goes without saying. Here. You see, because the texture of the chocolate is so perfect. And then of course it makes a difference what delicious chocolate you're using. I don't want to talk brands because I don't want you to think that unless you have that brand it's not going to be good. It will be good if it's real chocolate. All you need is for it to be real. I was very pleased to see that a lot of price brands, like I don't even want to name them because I don't want to influence you in any way, but all those price clubs have real genuine chocolate chips, chocolate, dark chocolate, dairy-free also, so it's wonderful. You can use it anytime. Who wants to use dairy-free? Certainly not only observant Jews who are serving dessert after a meat meal, but also some dairy intolerant. They're out there and they're very, very, very grateful for the dairy-free treat. So do you see how many? Suppose that each one takes one of each. They will have a blast with this, right? Look. Bananas, here we have more. Problem when you make them before, they don't make them to the table. Everybody's just, they can't wait. Now they're not organized, but when they dry, you can make a real nice display. And in fact, I'm going to make an individual display of this so you can see how delicious it's going to, enticing it's going to look. Here, what else? Pineapple? I forgot about this pineapple. Don't neglect the pineapple. Pineapple and chocolate, it's fantastic. Here. Also, I want you to appreciate that in all I do, I use minimal amount of not only steps, but tools. Nothing is flying in all directions, so this is what we want. Who's going to clean after us? Us, right? So we want things to look simple. Okay, so we have enough there. We're going to make an individual serving. You'll see how beautiful it will look. I'm going to take this spoon to, look how beautiful. I'm going to put some chocolate there. You can put your chocolate, you can either put, here's two possibilities. You can either put your chocolate there, that's a little more labor, and put your fruit right this way for everybody to do his own thing. Let's say 1, 2 per person of everything here, or you do it yourself. Oh, so here's the complete look. It will be so much fun, right? Give them little toothpicks to do their own little arts and craft thingy here, or dip them and display them individually or in a tray. Now you have all options right here. And let's see. Here's one. Of course, now they had time to dry, so they're going to look beautiful. Okay. And you just go on till you think you have enough. Yep. Now we have a motif of some sort, so here, orange, banana, and we're there. Don't you think? You're going to be happy with this? So now, if you have chocolate sauce left, don't just go like this, like this, like this, and then hate yourself. No, no, no. You're going to put it in a jar, safe, and you just whip it out when you need it. If you see that the sauce thickened too much while cooling, just heat this up in a bath of warm water. Just put it inside just like you would reheat a baby bottle. Take the whole jar and put it in a bigger container of hot water, not boiling, just running water, and you will see that it will thaw. But this is exactly the texture you want. Look at this. This is trouble. Very big trouble. By the way, my cookbook has a very, very extensive chapter on pantry. Lots and lots of things you can do in advance. You can bring to your friends. It's wonderful. But you always are prepared. You can always have 2, 3 things at any given time. Condiments, rubs, sauces, liqueurs, jam, all homemade and all natural. So we have all this left over. We rinse the jar real good. Here. Okay, I think the chicken should be ready. I'm turning it off. Taking off the cover. And we're gonna plate it. And here is what I want you to do. 10 seconds later, I would say this is reduced beautifully. I'm going to just pour it over my chicken, over my veggies. And God forbid, don't waste any of this fantastic greens. So where are all the greens? A little handful of delicious, delicious greens. That is the magic of our Moroccan cooking. Everything cooks together, and an hour later it's delicious. And what do I want now? Do I want to squeeze a lemon on it? Squeeze a lemon on it. Lemon and Swiss chard is delicious, but I assure you that if you left it like this, it would be fantastic too. Here. Wonderful. We love lemon and olives and stuff like that in our cooking. Wonderful. Because it delivers so much good, vibrant flavor, and so fast. So you're going to find all these recipes and much more. I have over 400 recipes in my cookbook. And then what you're going to love is I have 3 very exhaustive, comprehensive indexes. I have a gigantic general index. Then I have a gluten-free index, completely separated, with every dish signaling what it is adaptable for. So we have one gigantic gluten-free index with more than 250 recipes, and a Passover index with more than 200 recipes, and a general index that includes all of them and more, that's over 400 recipes.